been to jail or prison, and I plan to keep it that way. And if you have not been to jail or prison yet, keep it that way also. It's not cool to go to prison or jail. Anyways, the gentleman we're gonna watch today is gonna explain us the first week how it feels to be in prison. Now, I'm very interested in this just because I want to see how he felt about it. Let's hear what this gentleman has to say about his first week in prison.
People who never been in prison has this perception of when you pull up on a prison bus, as soon as you get off, that this is this world mentality.
I feel like a lot of people might have that perception too. It's like, oh, right when you get off, like it's almost gang survival. Like it possibly might be, but I feel like he's saying that like when you get off, it's gonna be completely different than what the whole perception of it really is.
You get stabbed, you get robbed for your shoes, and that's completely not true.
Okay. I like that he's putting that out there right at the beginning because I feel like a lot of people think about like the perception of prison is probably this huge old story that they see on movie shows or TV or like just movies in general, but it's really not like that. So I'm happy that he put it out there right away at the beginning so it kind of brings our expectations to reality. What really happens your first week in prison? I will never know, and the rest of you viewing, well, if you've been there, you probably already know, but if you haven't been in prison, you'll never know as well. Mario served 12 years Corcoran and Centennial State Prison. Centennial? I'm sorry. The Beans English isn't always the best, forgive me. But okay, this man has served 12 years at 2 different state prisons. That's all you gotta know. And his name is Mario. Boom. No, not Mario and Luigi, you fools. This Mario.
And most of it was in Corcoran State Prison. My last 3 years, I did a Centella State Prison. A lot of people don't know how to differentiate. Going to jail and doing a few days in jail county and going to prison. Doing years.
So I mean, he already said that, and I'm not, and don't take this words for being like 100% knows what he's talking about, because I've never been in I'm not a police officer, I've never had experience around it, but this is what my understanding of it. Jail is like a type of thing where, like, let's just say, I don't know, like a small thing that you do that's breaking the law, you'll go spend a few nights in there, like maybe a fight at a club or something, and it got really violent, so next you know, they take you in for a night. Prison is like, if you go like, this is murder, crazy stuff, right, where you're spending years upon years where like your life is done for a while. So that's there's a difference. Jail and prison are not the same. Like I said, if I'm off on that, please correct me down below in the comment section, because I have no history of ever working in that system or even being a part of the system. A prison reception, in the prison reception, the inmate must go through the reception and classification process. There we go. See? Already clarification that we need.
And that's like for 90 days. And when the 90 days, you're preparing yourself to go to an actual prison.
Dang.
For the first 3 days in prison, you're going through your medical treatment.
First 3 days, inmates receive essential medical, dental, and mental health services. So that is the first 3 days. They get their medical stuff, get checked out, and then they keep on going.
You get your shots. This is what you get your physical. Okay. Surprisingly enough, people see the dentist for the first time when they get to prison. On the 4th day.
I know some of you need to go to prison just to get that cheeked out. I killed my own joke. I know some of you need to go to prison to get. Boy! Look like you can get some prison down bottom. Boy! Brush your prison, please.
This is your clothes size, your shoe size.
Okay.
That's assigned to you.
You get fitted in prison. I like it.
Your 5th day, you get a house. Housing is where you're going to be sleeping at permanently. What building you're going to be in.
Wait, okay, so when he's saying that, day 5, you get your sleeping arrangements and everything. So I'm curious on when day 1 to 4 where you're sleeping at. Maybe just in like little jail cells almost for a bit. And then day 5, they actually put you where you're going to be staying at for the rest of the 90 days. I don't know. It's just quite a question that popped up in my head.
But you're still not going to be able to come out because you got to be cleared to come to the yard.
Dang.
Usually, building 1 be the orientation building. All the new people that still need to be seen by the counselors to see if you have any gang homies or gang members there on the same yard as you or any enemy.
So it sounds like you got to go through this process now as they're just kind of checking you out because you're not allowed to go to yard, I think. Like this is not even a thing. This is a guess. I would assume you're not allowed to go to certain places in the yard. If you have some conflicts with gangs or you're part of a gang, they try to separate it. I could be totally wrong. And Bean is not afraid of being wrong, okay? That's just an assumption I'm making, I guess.
Make sure they're trying to protect you and the
okay,
opposition.
See? Yeah, they try to protect you and the opposition. See? I kind of know what I'm talking about.
Your general population, you get to see who your friends.
General population refers to the group of inmates who are not given any specific treatment. Okay, so you're just a regular prisoner. I don't know exactly what the other population would be. Maybe they get kind of like special treatment and keeping you away from certain people. I don't know, I'm not too sure. But it sounds like after day 6 and 7, after you get your bunk, after you know where you're sleeping, you go out there and you can actually, I don't know, I guess, Hang out, post up right there on the wall, or just sit by yourself like my man right here. See, this is how you could tell. My man doesn't want to have any problems or have to deal with it. And not even that he might not have problems. He doesn't want to hang out with or deal with anyone. Look at him. He's like, yeah, I'm cool right here. No one talk to me, please.
Some of the top 3 mistakes you can make in your first week
here we go.
prison is
borrowing. This is what we need. Borrowing?
When you borrow stuff, it's like, hey man, let me get this so I go to the store. When you go to the store, everybody gets to go to the store once a month if you have money on your books. And then your store come and you don't have it for whatever reason. Now, that man that you borrow from gets to dictate however how he wants to deal with it.
Dang.
You want to do physical violence, you want to double you up,
That's
charge you more,
crazy.
whatever. So borrowing's not good.
Don't borrow no money, because if you don't give it back, or you don't know, he could, like you said, he could double it. He could, you know, pa 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 pa, pa. How you can?
Or being disrespectful to somebody. You don't know who people know or anything like that, so you just don't do it. It's not a whole lot to say about that. You just keep things simple in prison. Not trying to go to prison, keeping it simple. If you don't want to go to prison, don't do things that get you to go to prison.
Very true. There he is. Disrespectful. He says, don't be disrespectful out there. Don't think you run the yard. Don't be freaking mouthing off to people. Don't be mean about it. Just be humble. Just be out there. But like you said, it's like you should, if you were trying to not be disrespectful to begin with, you should have ended up in prison. So number 2, don't be disrespectful, because you don't know who that person knows. And if you disrespect them, next thing you know, they contact their big boss, their little homies, and you know, who knows what can help them from there next. But you don't want any of them problems, none of them issues.
It goes without saying. Everybody knows stealing.
Yep. That's
so you get caught stealing, especially in jail, you're gonna get dealt with seriously.
Yeah. This should be common sense. You shouldn't be doing this to begin with. If you're stealing and you're not in prison in general, stop stealing. There's something in this world I truly believe in. It's out there. It's called karma. I used to not be the best person ever. A couple years ago, I would steal stuff. Scout's honor. I'm being honest with you guys. And I swear, I kid you not, like the next day, something bad would always happen to me. Or I just feel like it was always rough after. Like there was something wrong. I'd do something really bad. And then the next time it's like something bad would happen to me. So don't steal out there. You don't want that bad karma in your life. Be a good person. But like you said, you should be stealing in prison. That's common sense. If you steal from the wrong person, we don't even want to go there.
I walk prison yards with people that never coming home. Dang. And they always steal messages like this to people like me.
He said he's been with prison.
To get out and don't mess up. Don't come back. There's people right there.
That's deep, man.
To have one more chance.
That's great to hear.
Many of chances out here.
That's great to hear.
No one should want to lose their freedom.
So if you guys didn't hear at the very beginning, he said he's walked on the yard with people that will never leave prison again and told them, don't mess up, don't come back here. I almost feel like I said at the beginning of the video, sometimes the culture that we're a part of, sometimes glorifies maybe being tough, getting in trouble, getting in issues, and then you get yourself up in jail or even worse, prison. It's not cool. That is not a good thing. You want to live your life outside the bars. You want to have your freedom. You want to enjoy yourself. So stay away from prison. Listen to my man Mario. Be smart. They got this emotional song playing. It should hit you. Be like, nah, I don't want to go there, Chief. That ain't it.
If you so happens to lose your freedom and end up in prison, hopefully these tips guide you through your trials and tribulations.
I like that, Mario.
To get you back to your family, and your home, and your loved ones. Always keep it simple.
Smart man, Mario. Smart man. So keep it simple and keep it respectful is what he had to end on. That is gonna do it for what really happens your first week in prison. Our guy Mario gave us some game. He let you know, like I said, you guys shouldn't even have to really need this. So I'm praying, I'm crossing my fingers for you, crossing that you never even have to know these tips. But he gave us tips on what to do on your first week of prison and what happens. I really hope that none of you have to ever use this. I really hope and pray. But if you did like this video, please hit that like button. Also, comment your favorite part of what Mario had to say. Also, comment if you've been to prison or jail. Let me know your thoughts on this and what he said. And if your subscribe button is still red, make it white and gray. It helps the channel out so much. Thank you. It's your boy, Beanie Bye. Bye bye.